Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of After the Mass. Our question this morning comes from Landon Mitchell. Thank you, April, for doing our camera work for us this morning. And so why don't we just ask Landon directly what his question is this morning.
Father, I was wondering why it says IHS on both the ambo and on that mural up there.
Okay. That's very observant of you to notice the three letters IHS and what that stands for. Let's see if we can come up with a good response for you, Landon, this morning. Thank you for your question. So let's start with this image here of St. Anthony first. IHS, it's in capital letters, and it's from the Latin first three letters of Jesus' name. And there's a cross above it. So to make sure you know that's Jesus, and the sign of the cross reminds us of Jesus and his crucifixion. And that's on a consecrated host, a large host, and it's inside of what is St. Anthony holding there? A monstrance, okay? So do you know the story? Should I tell you the story here, why this is in our sanctuary? St. Anthony of Padua, our patron, a lot of people know St. Anthony as the patron of lost things. And a lot of times when people lose things, they'll go to Jesus and say, Lord, I can't find my wallet, I can't find my cell phone, I can't find my homework. And they can't find it, and they keep looking, and then they think, well, I'm going to ask St. Anthony. Maybe he'll help me out here. And so St. Anthony's become very well known over the centuries as the patron saint of lost things, because in his own life, something very special happened when something was actually stolen from him. I'll return to that at another moment. But right now, in our sanctuary, we have these two beautiful images from the life of St. Anthony to remind us about other things that are very important about our patron. Number one, St. Anthony is a doctor of the church. He was brilliant. He was a great teacher. And no one really knew this about him. It happened on one day when he was chosen to preach before this big congregation. And he was brilliant, and everyone was blown away. And he knew the scriptures inside and out. He had steel-trapped memory, did a great job. And so I wanted something to be in the sanctuary here that reveals other things about our patron, St. Anthony. And we have two images in the sanctuary. One reminds us of the liturgy of the word, where St. Anthony is preaching to the fish, and the other reminds us of the second half of the Mass, liturgy of the Eucharist. Okay, so remember, every Mass has two major liturgies, the word and the Eucharist. In this image, it reminds us of the importance of the fact of the treasure that Jesus left us in his precious body and blood. And what had happened in this town, there was a man, I believe his name was Signor Bobadilla. He said, I do not believe that bread changes into Jesus. It's just bread. This is a hoax. Who would believe this? This is crazy talk. And St. Anthony talked to him and tried to explain to him, no, this is what Jesus said. This is my body. This is my blood. And we even have miracles to help us understand that. Well, that man refused to believe. He's the gentleman in the blue outfit. So St. Anthony said to him, look it, so that you may come to know the truth, bring your donkey here when we have the Eucharistic procession, and don't even feed your donkey for 3 days. And when you bring him, we're going to place before your donkey the Blessed Sacrament, a consecrated host, or you'll see in front of him, there's a tray of food that the donkey has favorite oats in that basket. And so when they put the oats before the donkey who had been starved for 3 days, and St. Anthony holding the Eucharist, the donkey goes on his knees before the Eucharist and doesn't eat the oats, so that people would come to know that even an animal could recognize the presence of our Lord in the Eucharist. And of course, when that happened, as you look at their faces, they're all amazed because what Anthony said would happen, happened. And then that man had this great conversion, and the whole town. And it was an important thing because he was a very influential man. He was a businessman. He was very successful in town. A lot of people believed, that this was a good guy, and he did good things. He helped people and so forth. And so people trusted him. And so it was very important that he would have his faith restored, and it was. So it was a very beautiful gift in life of St. Anthony to help people to come to believe more about the treasure that we have of Jesus' precious body and blood. And that when we come to Mass, what a great thing that we get to receive Jesus. And so it's a great way to help us prepare our lives and to be more thankful for what God gives us, that He's not going to let us starve like the donkey. He's always nourishing us with this precious body and blood. So let us thank the Lord for that. Landon, thank you for your wonderful question. And God bless you and have a great day.